Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 10 out of J, but I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on a recent arrest. The mugshot is looking crazy as hell, as y'all can already see. This man was arrested and charged with the murder of an 18-year-old California rapper who was allegedly shot 34 times. Sunday, March 21st, 2021, around 2:30 in the afternoon, a white SUV was parked outside a mini mall in North Highlands, California. Another vehicle drove up close to the white car and opened fire in broad daylight. An 18-year-old passenger was struck multiple times as the second vehicle sped off, leaving him critically injured. As paramedics arrived, they attempted CPR on the teen, but he'd later be pronounced dead at the hospital. This shooting was less than 24 hours from another fatal shooting in San Diego that took the life of 37-year-old Martell Dean, also known as San Diego rapper OGYD, who was one of 3 people inside a vehicle that was fired at while driving on a freeway. 2 people in the car were shot, one was obviously him, and a video can be seen on YouTube of paramedics performing CPR on the side of the freeway. Local activists in North Highlands identified the victim in the mini mall shooting as Julian Villa, who recently graduated high school in 2020, where he also played soccer. He also rapped under the name Hot Boy Jew and was said to have gang ties, which isn't hard to believe when watching his music videos. WorldStar reported he was 16 years old and was allegedly shot 34 times in retaliation, without details on exactly what the retaliation stemmed from. But WorldStar also was the only news source to say he was shot 34 times, and it's been reported he was in fact 18 years old. Only 3 days after the shooting, a man was taken into custody charged with Drew's death. 21-year-old Ajan Vaughn was booked into the Sacramento County Jail at 8:45 p.m. Wednesday night after being arrested on a warrant charging him with murder and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Not only that, but Ajan was apparently on probation from a 2020 case in which he pled no contest to evasion, driving without a license, and carrying a loaded firearm in public. Now this kid just looks like he's on psych meds, and I think in Cali the proper term would be he's a fucking J-Cat. Nothing about his mugshot looks sober, especially his bottom row of teeth that look like they each individually struggle with their own drug addiction. But regardless of what's mentally wrong with him or physically, he's facing life for the shooting death of Hot Boy Jew on top of his other charges. Now, details haven't been released on how he was specifically linked to the murder or what evidence is against him, but because this was considered a drive-by shooting, it leaves the possibility that there may have been more people involved, as a drive-by usually requires one person driving as the other one fires. Now, I don't know what to think about this case other than California ain't fucking off. You know what I mean? A lot of people are getting killed in California. They're not playing out there. I don't know what the whole recent thing is with either Sacramento or places by Sacramento where the killers look cracked out. Because this dude looks like he's on some shit. And then you had, what's his name? Uzi Marcus. His brother killed the 2 girls and then went live with their bodies. He looks like he's on some shit. I don't know if they're just allowed to do drugs, or you just got motherfuckers gang banging and smoking meth, whatever it is. But a lot of these dudes that are coming out of the Sacramento area are looking fucking crazy. Now, if the reports are true and this kid was shot 34 times, which like I said, no one else was saying that. I mean, there was, hit markers on the ground at the crime scene, but normally if someone gets shot 34 fucking times, the news are gonna be all over that. You know what I mean? They're gonna be talking about that. They're gonna be showing the bullet holes everywhere. That in itself gets a lot of attention. But the fact that this kid was killed in broad daylight, 2-something in the afternoon, it obviously seems like it was a very targeted hit. And like I said, watching his music, you can tell this kid was in something, most likely affiliated with the Bloods. And what's confusing is, if you look at the shooter's old Instagram, it seems that he's affiliated with the same shit. So unless this is some blood on blood type violence, I don't really know what the fuck going on all the way out there. I'm just reporting on what happened. Now, I've seen throughout posts on social media since his arrest has gone pretty much viral, people are commenting that the shooter used to hang around Oak Park, and people are saying that he gave off those crackhead type vibes, was always walking around mean mugging, doing whatever he was doing. So I mean, I don't know, you're 21 years old, you're most likely on some shit and you're just looking to catch a body. I've never seen a mugshot that looks like that, where the person seems like happy, excited, adrenaline pumping. I don't know, he just seems shot out. It's not somebody that you would want to get put in the cell with you. But this is another tragic death. This is another kid that was taken way too fucking soon, 18 years old. It's nuts, but at the same time, I dropped out of high school. You know what I mean? Like, the people I was around that were gang banging, we weren't in school. If we didn't drop out willingly, we were taken out of school, because once you start going to juvie and shit, regular high schools won't accept you. You have to go to an alternative school where they got metal detectors, where you got to get patted down and shit like that. Like, I was going to Chamberlain High, dropped out, right? Went to juvie and all that shit, got out. Then I was going to another school in East Tampa. You had to get patted down and everything before you even get in. The class was small as shit. And the only way you could go to this school is if you had been in juvie. So literally, like, 3 or 4 people I was just in juvie with were in this school with me. And they got a little minivan that'll drive to different projects and hoods and pick everyone up to make sure we're going to school. I caught a case at the East Tampa bus station, because after we got out, I got into it with somebody. I hit him in his shit. I caught my battery charged there. But like, you can't even go to a normal functioning fucking high school when you're in the streets and you start catching cases. So to hear that this kid, you know, at least in his sophomore year, was a soccer player at his high school, and then he graduated, I mean, how serious was this gang shit? Because if people are trying to really fucking kill you, if you're really gang banging throughout high school, you're not gonna feel safe going to school, because they know where you're gonna be at, they know where you're gonna leave at, they know what the fuck time it is, they know where they can catch you at, you're accessible, you know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers is gonna drop out and leave school for the simple fact that you don't want to get killed going to or leaving from, you know what I mean? But there are a lot of people that, you know, graduate high school, that don't go to college. Colleges might not be for them. They stay in the same neighborhood. They don't got shit going on, so fuck it. Let's gang bang. Let's start dropping music videos, SoundCloud's popping. Let's do it. You know what I mean? And it's like, you can redirect your life so fast into a negative direction that some shit like this happens. You go from a soccer player in high school to a kid that died and it was allegedly gang related, gang retaliation, gang targeted, whatever the fuck, but your life is gone just like that. Now, I'll keep y'all posted on this case, because I'm very interested in seeing how it plays out for this crazy motherfucker. If anybody else is involved, if he starts snitching, or what exactly the details are that are tying him into this case, the motive in which he wanted to kill Hot Boy Jew. I'll let y'all know what time it is when more details come out. But hey, it's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.